Hello, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It is Tuesday. Can you believe already? And we have got a brilliant day lined up for you. Two fantastic shows. Launch party a little bit later on tonight, live at 5, which will feature, well, some launches that you might have missed out on recently. I'm certainly looking forward to that show because there's a few things on there that I cannot wait to see for the first time. But before all of that, we have a fantastic launch for you, which I think you are going to absolutely love. Two brand new paper pads, and if you're into all things vintage, then these paper pads you're going to love. We've got our vintage scrapbook and our distressed floral paper pads, which I know are already proving really popular over on the website. Loads of different options for you to buy as well, which is great. So if you love your papers and you just want more, we've got a showstopper for you. We've got individuals, we've got bundles, we've got bonus buys, and I will take you through all of that as we head through the show. And it is going to be a great show. Chances for you to win prizes in this show too. Oh yeah. And we've got a discount which I need to tell you about as we head through the day. But all of that I will talk more about in just a few moments. Let's introduce you though, first of all, to the lady who is going to be bringing you all of the inspiration and ideas over the course of this launch day, who's been working with these amazing paper pads. It is the lovely lady, sorry, I'm thinking about yesterday again. She's the, I like to call her Crafty Spaghetti Arms. It's the one and only Debbie Fisher. How are you?
I'm so excited. Two brand new pads, and honestly, if you've not seen these in the preview of Countdown to Launch, you are going to love them. These pads are exceptional, and generally you might look at them first off and think, well, I've got pads like that, we've got vintage pads, but honestly, delve into these pads, which we're going to do throughout this show. They are beautiful papers. I mean, truly beautiful papers. I'm completely transparent with things. When I first got them, I thought, oh, they're not really anything different to what we've done before. And then I started looking at them, Ben, and honestly, these pads, especially what I think are the male version of them, so you've got sort of female-inspired and male, not that you can't use them for both, but that's what I love about these, and that just age, distressed look. We've got Faye that's done our paper pads again, so Paper Pad has been at it again, doing these pads, because, you know, when she does them, with one sheet, you can cut that into 4. So what is that? I mean, if we sort of divide one pad, 24, 96. 6x6 pages you've got in there, because you've got different ones, different points that you can go to. But I'm going to be showing you lots of different things that you can be doing with your pads, but these are the ones that you want in your stash. So get in, order these, and then just sit back and enjoy the show. I'm
not going to flick through these because I'm going to let Debbie do it, but they're both lovely. My favourite is the vintage scrapbook.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You'll see when Debbie goes through it in just a few moments' time. It reminds me of, if you've ever seen like the 80 Days Around the World films, it's very much like that with hot air balloons.
It is fog.
Phineas Fogg! It's very much like that with hot air balloons and bicycles and maps and telescopes and binoculars and stamps and it's brilliant. You're going to absolutely love it. Let me give you all of the mathematics on everything, then I'll tell you about the discount, then I'll tell you about the price, then I'll say a few hellos, then we'll get into it. Here is the deal if you want to just go for the, oh hang on, this is the Showstopper. Let's get this right. Is that right? £40 or $56. So you've got your, yes it is the Showstopper. It doesn't say it is, but it is. So it's £40 or $56 for the brand new pads, okay? So you get the two brand new pads in there, and then you're going to pay an extra £21 or $31 for £72 or $91 worth of extra goodies. And again, if you want to see these in more detail as we head through the show, I will certainly do that for you. But you're going to get your set of linen cardstock from the Vintage Halloweens. That's 24 sheets. We talked about this yesterday. You're also going to get your Fright Night linen cardstock, so 40 sheets within that particular pack. Then you've got the amazing ombre glitter card, 24 sheets in there, and then you've also got your Everyday Pearl. That one's one of our resist pads, and there's 24 sheets in that. So the Showstopper is all of that extra for £21 or $31, should be £72 or $91. Bargain. It is a bargain, and then it also opens up your door to the bonus buy, which is another of the set of the pads, the two new pads, for half price.
Wow.
it is a great opportunity to be able to jump in and grab those. So there's the pads on their own. So $23.20 or $31.20 is what you would pay if you just want those pads on their own without the Showstopper, and that is also the bonus buy. So halve that price on screen when you pop it into your basket with your Showstopper. Also to tell you today in this show, make sure you comment along, ask any questions, say hello, join in with the banter, because at the end of the show we will be picking somebody to win a signed Debbie demo. Oh yes! Oh yes! And we've also got on the website a declining discount for you. So today the code is NOVDROP, that is NOV. N-O-V, drop, D-R-O-P, one word. And between now and 3 o'clock, if you use that code, you will get 20% off. Usual T's and C's do apply. From 3 o'clock, that drop will go down to 17%, and then from 8 o'clock tonight through until midnight, it's 15%. So basically, the earlier you shop, the more you're going to save. And the best thing to do, if you're not sure, if you can't be bothered to read the T's and C's, just shop as you normally would, put in NOVDROP in the code, and if it can discount, it will. Few quick hellos, and then we will definitely look at these pads, because I know you want to see what's inside them. Radical Rachel is on the socials. Michelle is in. PB Brewer Martin is in, saying another fun day awaits with Debbie and Ben. Does it? Fun? Maybe. Good morning. Martha's in, saying hello, crafty people. Mary Beth Doyle in Minnesota. Hello to Ruby. Says looking forward to more crafty goodness and shenanigans. Whitney O'Toole joins us. Rebecca Dancer and Joe Robinson are all in. Right, crew. Let's do this thing. Let's get into these paper pads. Please, can we look at the vintage scrapbook one first?
I was going to do the other one.
Ah, you
yes,
do
we
you.
Can. No, we can, absolutely. We're going to have some paper craft shenanigans today. I love the fact that it's all about papers, because they're the one thing that we have to have in our stash. It doesn't matter how many dyes you've got, how many glues you've got, how many inks you've got, however many of your stash you've got in collections, you always need paper. You always need cardstock. You always need those paper pads to be able to do them with. I think that Showstopper is incredible value, so make sure you go for that. Especially as you've got one of my absolute favourites, and I know yours, Ben, that glitter ombre 12
incredible.
by 12 pad is incredible. The resist pad, honestly, go for the Showstopper. Right, let's have a look then. The vintage scrapbook. Should we do it overhead so you can see each one, because it's absolutely stunning. So this is what we was talking about. I mean, look at this. Split this into 4 pieces. You've got something on each one to look at. I love the fact that Pat Faye has just done everything here with script in Town Hall meeting. That's appropriate. We've got one today.
Well, there you go.
How strange is that? You've got 2 sheets of each, so that's your first one. This, I just
love it.
I know, it's beautiful. I'm going to be making a card out of this one in this next couple of hours, and we're going to be trimming out some of these as well, because they're just too nice just to leave in the background. So that's your 2 of those. You can tell I've already took a sheet of that one. Love this one as well. Absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I've planned a demo with this piece in a couple of days, because we have another new launch on Friday, and I thought this would work really well with using the new words that are coming out. So you've got some, yes, it was that. No, I think it was, no, it wasn't, it's this one. So that's 2 of those. This is the one I used, because I actually cut around this and thought this would be really good to put your words in. So just, I mean, that is so beautiful. My hour's going to love this paper pad. He'll want everything done in this. And wall art, I mean, you could literally put this on your walls. How vintage and just amazing would this be on your walls? Especially sort of beige and browns are very much in at the moment, greys.
Love
I mean,
the compasses.
I mean, that is so gorgeous. It's got that old vintage nautical theme, so beautiful. Another one here. So, I mean, the colour tones in this as well, Ben, are really beautiful. I mean, you've got these lovely sort of muted blues and aquas in the background. Just, it's all about that travel theme. It's all about the script. But then we're going into sort of postage stamps and real sort of vintage times. I just love them. Look at this. I mean, how just stunning is this? Just taking one piece out and actually putting that on as an embellishment on a card would look incredible. Maybe decorating some some of these stamps on your envelopes as well.
Yeah.
Just absolutely gorgeous. Love this one as well. I think this is brilliant. I mean, we're talking a lot about scrapbooks at the moment. Cut out one of these and put your own photos behind it, your sort of vintage photos.
And that's like almost like 20 you've got there if you snip into all of those.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you wanted to use that as a scrapbook page, you could literally cut some of your blank ones out and put your photos in there.
I love that.
Absolutely beautiful. Or put it on your wall again as a piece of art. We keep going because there's just so many sort of monuments you've got in here as well. So from London to Paris, it's just absolutely beautiful. And then this one.
Oh, my word.
This. I know. It's stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. And I haven't even told you that these are double-sided as well. So everything that is in the background, the colour of the background here. I mean, look, I love this one. I'm just going to show you this. Almost looks like you've put your mug of tea down, doesn't it? Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. You will find a use for these for anything that you want to do. They're absolutely gorgeous. More hot air balloons there. You've got London. Honestly, that is absolutely beautiful. And actually, while we're looking at that pad, let's look at some of the samples as well for that one. I've got to show you this one. I mean,
little backpack.
It is just, so Jan Marshall made this. It is a little backpack. Look at that.
That's
I mean,
so cool.
Isn't that just amazing? Absolutely beautiful. It's got little pockets in there. If you know someone that's going in on their travels, you might want to put a little stopwatch or something, or compass in there, little gift. I just think that is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. You might just want to do some bookmarks. I mean, look at that for a bookmark. I mean, just amazing to use as your bookmark. Absolutely beautiful. And that one is done by Lisa West. Love this. I mean, obviously we're going to be making bags, we're going to be making boxes, we're going to be making cards. The large numbers on there as well. Look at that. So 40 and fabulous.
Love it.
But just a beautiful bag to make there. You can also, so this is from the Mao inspired one, but actually you wouldn't think so, because it's got sort of, it's made, the roses are here, are made out of it, the leaves are made out of it, the tag here as well. All of those elements are made on that one from those papers. Love this one as well. So got a sort of a band wrap here. Love tucking little bits behind things, just makes it amazing. And then this, look at this, Ben. This is beautiful. So again, we were talking about memory books and scrapbooks. This is your memory book. So you would put all your sort of tickets in there, stubs, anything you want to put in. But look how gorgeous that is. For someone that's been on their travel or is going on their travel and wants to document something in a memory book, I just think that's exceptional. Look at those hot air balloons snipped out, just little pieces of card placed underneath. Yeah, I mean, that's a real journal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's
absolutely gorgeous. So Sean Peacock has done that one for us. So that's the one with your first pad. That's just one pad.
Incredible.
And a few ideas of what you can do with those ones. Let's have a look now at this one. So I can't choose which is my favourite, because when I look at that, I love it. When I look at this, I fall in love with this one as well, because it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I think it's very different to anything we've done before. Look.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, I think, breathtaking.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
It's absolutely beautiful. And again, cut it into 6 pieces and you've got detail in every single piece. 2 sheets of each again, 24 sheets. And look at the cracked effect on the back. I mean, just gorgeous. Love all this. I mean, you've got so many embellishments in this pad. I love the fact that it's done with those muted tones, but then it's got a bit of white in there, which really does make it stunning. But just so many different elements in here. You've got sort of your watches in here, you've got stamp designs, old sort of vintage music sheets here. I just love it. I think this is just stunning, absolutely stunning. I don't even think there's enough words that can
I know it's
sum
difficult
up
to find the superlatives, isn't it, to describe
look at
these.
this one. I mean, I think that's beautiful. Almost like a modern twist on something that's vintage, because it's got that sort of quite a bit of white in the background there. But just this as a topper on your card, cutting out one of these for a topper, using them for your box making, your envelopes are just going to look exquisite with these, aren't they? I love this one as well. I mean, every single one is just stunning. You might find, I'm glad we're doing a with your Showstopper, I'm glad we're doing a bonus buy, because you're going to find that one of these pads you might not want to use.
Yeah,
you might just want to keep it for those real special occasions. And I think if you love it like I do, you definitely want to get the half price bonus deal on those ones. Love this one as well. Look at that. I mean, you literally put that in a frame. That's going to look totally beautiful. And there you go. That's your distressed florals. And then let's look at the samples with these. So making cards out of them, adding embellishments. I love this one because this is done with our butterfly designs.
That's gorgeous.
It's really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so simplistic, but it looks absolutely stunning. That one's from Jan. We've got home decor pieces here. Look at this. I love that. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit so you can sort of see it better there. But home decor pieces decorated with that. The roses are made with the papers. Anything that you can cut out with a die, with your guillotine, you can absolutely make with these papers. I need a tutorial on this, Sandy. I'm going to learn how to make this box.
Sandy!
Look how cool this box is. Literally, look.
Oh, that's very clever.
How cool is that?
That's very clever.
I love that. Sandy, you're amazing. I mean, that is just a really cute little box. I love that. I'm going to learn how to make that. I might have to pull it apart and glue it back down, Sandy, but I promise I won't ruin it. Love this one as well. So those cube boxes, making different cubes. So you've got your little lids and stuff in there, decorating your boxes. Got another one here. I'm going to be showing you how to make a very simple box.
Oh, cool.
Like this, using the papers. This is made from one of our dies that we had out
like a heart
using
box.
those. So it was basically, we had dies that created these,
okay.
and you could make your exploding box. But I'm going to simplify this and show you how you can do that with one sheet of papers from your card as well. Look at this. I mean, the design team have just loved these. Jackie Smith has done this one. I think this is stunning because it's literally like a little card. I think this would be really cute on your tables. That could be your name place on your wedding table, and then you could have your little menu in there and little notes in there. I absolutely love that. I think that's super sweet. I've got to show you this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. Sandy's done this as well. So if I just undo this and take this wrapper out, like so.
Oh.
It's stunning, honestly. You've got the most beautiful, look at this. I mean, hello, how beautiful is that? Literally pieces, look at this, little cards and envelopes in there that you can be popping all your little memories in. It's got little pockets she's done in here as well. Look at this, look. Just, I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with these. It's just beautiful. And that literally, look at that, all folds up. It's just gorgeous. And then we've got another little box here. I love this one. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful box. Another one done by our Jackie. So, and literally, let's undo that one. And you've got sort of a box in a box there. Look. Just opens up. Oh, it's upside down. Do it that way.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Upside down. And then just, I think that's been forced in, that little bit there. But yeah, absolutely stunning. So there you go. That's your two pads. Either decide to go for one or both of them. But I would definitely be going for that Showstopper because it's just exceptional value, Ben.
Yeah, it really is. And just to quickly show you, so then you've seen everything. The Showstopper itself, so this is all of the extra cardstock that you're going to get within the Showstopper. Your vintage Halloween luxury linen cardstock. So this is actually 24 sheets in here, 6 different colours, so you're getting 4 sheets of each as far as that is concerned. That's your first set of linen cardstock. You're also going to get the big bumper pack. As I say, we were talking about this yesterday, the Fright Night. It is 40 sheets of your linen cardstock, so you're getting 8 different colours in here, 5 sheets of each. And yeah, we launched this with Halloween, so obviously you've got sort of some Halloween colours in there, but as you can see, colours which I think will work year round for all sorts of different occasions, all sorts of different projects and cards, and certainly lots of colours that you'll be able to work in with your brand new pads. So those are your 2 lots of linen cardstock that you're going to get within the Showstopper. You'll then also get, and I'll just show you, it's quite hard to see, and also I can't get the pad open because I haven't got any nails, but this is a resist pad. So you're just going to add all of your ink to this 12 by 12. You can snip into it, of course, if you want to do that. But you've also got these 6 different designs, 24 sheets, so 4 sheets of each in all of these beautiful designs. Quite a few sort of florally designs in there, maybe some more sort of mosaic-y designs, Art Deco designs within that collection. 12 by 12, of course, 250 GSM. And the pad that Debbie was referring to, of course, is your amazing ombre glitter card, which you are getting in this collection too. It is absolutely stunning. I think, I'm not actually, no, I don't think, I know the best glitter cardstock that we have ever done. You're getting all of these beautiful colours ombreing absolutely perfectly into each other, and you're getting this within the bundle. Remember, all of that, so the ombre glitter cardstock, your resist pad, the 2 packs of your linen cardstock as well, you're paying just an extra £21 or $31 for, when you should be paying over 70 or indeed over 90. So you're getting an absolute bargain as far as that's concerned, and then you get the option to buy an extra set of your paper pads as well, which we know you'll want to do. If budget allows, you're obviously going to want to get as many of these new paper pads as you possibly can, so do it on the bonus buy. Love the vintage paper, says Carol G. Sandy says love the papers. Rebecca says the Caesar Day box would work great with these papers. I think there's loads of collections you'll be able to use these alongside. The backpack's gorgeous, says Carol. Crystal says the hanging heart's beautiful, and so many great samples and lots of ideas for cards and home decor, says Carol G. And as Debbie's touched on as well, had, of course, that scrapbooking show yesterday. So many papers in here. Be absolutely perfect for scrapbooking, for those memory albums as well. So buy as many as you can afford to grab. Don't miss out on these whilst we've got them. I think some of the best paper pads that we have done this year. We're going to get into some demos. As per, make sure you ask those questions, send in those comments. The more chances you've got, of course, of winning is if you comment more. Debbie is going to do a signed project at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, money can't buy, basically. Let's get going, though, because I guess with these papers, I mean, as you've shown us, we can make bags, we can make cards, we can do scrapbook pages, so many things we can make.
There is so much you can do with them. I'm going to make a simple card, but I'm also going to bring something in that's on later, which is the paper pleater, because these papers lend themselves so well to use in that. So we're going to do our base sort of a piece of card, but also I wanted to show you a little trick, because we've got these gorgeous punches, which I absolutely love. The punches come with the kit that comes with these, which is brilliant. And then I thought to myself, well, actually, let's make a decorative card. So I've got one of our cream 6 by 6 card blanks, and I'm literally just going to punch our, I'm just sort of having sort of a similar one. We're just going to go in the top each way, across the bottom, like so, and that's going to create this decorative panel along the bottom. So that's all you're going to do for that. So I'm going to pop that to the side for the time being, and then what we're going to do is bring in our papers. So what I've done with these ones, I've just cut out some of these to put on top here, and I've also got another one here. So this is what I'm talking about. When you sort of chop up your papers, you get so many different things that you can see. Now the reason I've cut this one shorter, and that's because we've put that border along the bottom of our card. So I want to then make our top piece of card that little bit shorter. Oh, we've got to the end of our tape pen. Let's just grab another one. So we're just going to literally mat and layer these before we make our design. And the great thing about these, because of the weight of these papers, they work just perfectly with a paper pleater, so you can make anything you want, any of the shapes that you want. We're going to be making a butterfly, so let's just use these. And I remember when I started prepping this, thinking of all the ranges that you can use these with, and all the different sort of embellishments that you can put with them that are just going to work beautifully. Sometimes it's quite nice just to bring out papers that don't have any other agenda. They don't have matching, you know, we love a collection obviously, but it's also really nice to have things that you can use with all your other collections. And that doesn't mean to say they have to be vintage, because you'll have so many different flowers, butterfly dies, like the paper pleaters, anything that you want to, even embossing, Ben, you could emboss these papers and rub a bit of gilding wax over them to make them sort of distressed.
Like you say, just look at this paper here, the little touch of having that, like the tea stain almost like it is, you know.
Love that, it's just brilliant,
just
isn't it?
Just a little touch of that is so cool.
I mean, you might get some of the older generations say, why have you put that on there? You've put your cup of tea on there. my dad is likely to say that.
Oh, really?
Yes, he would definitely, he'd be the one that's faulting things. Like, he would genuinely, not in a bad way,
no.
he would just genuinely think that you put your cup of tea on it while you were making
He wouldn't understand the art, darling.
He wouldn't understand the art, no.
So it's art, darling. It's artistic.
So we're literally just going to pop that there. So you can see straight away how we've transformed that card. So that just original card blank, we've literally got the inside and the outside decorated. And I wanted to put that on the inside because I wanted to add some weight to there, because when you're putting heavier stuff on the front, you don't want your card to then topple over and become a bit top heavy. Now this bit here I thought would be really good if we sort of pieced some of the little hearts back. So I've just got a strip here which we're going to put across this part here just to hold that into place. So I'm just going to use my dotty tape pen and I'm just going to go round those edges like so, and just in between, and then we're just going to pop that one into place. Got that.
Alison's just bought the Showstopper and the bonus buy.
Amazing.
Jan has says she's been waiting for these papers. They will be joining my hoard of vintage diary papers for making scrapbooks with old family photos. I think, yeah, old family photos will work brilliantly with papers like this.
So well, yeah, so well. Right, so we've got those pieces on, and then I have got some mirror card here, which I'm just going to use that to cut a few more of those. So literally. And then we've got those to just pop inside. So all we're going to do, in fact, I've got my little glue, my gem glue. I'm going to just use this actually. Just pop that in. Oh, I didn't want that one. Take that away. We want to do every other. So let's just move that one in.
That's the Arc de Triomphe, isn't it, that you've got there on that paper?
Arc de Triomphe, yes it is.
Is that on the Champs-Élysées?
There is a lot of Paris inspired. Paris, London, yes, inspired.
Yeah.
Pictures in here, absolutely.
It's definitely 80 days around the world. Did anyone else, sorry, it's not changing the subject at all actually, you know, because obviously you've got Phileas Fogg, 80 days around the world.
Oh look, I made a real mess of that one, Ben. Let me just grab a
sorry,
piece
just
of
whilst
cloth.
Debbie's sorting that, did anyone else used to love the cartoon show Willy Fogg and 80 Days Around the World? He was a lion, Phileas Fogg, and he travelled around the world having the adventures of Phileas Fogg. I don't know why he wasn't called Phileas Fogg, he was called Willy Fogg, and there was that funny theme tune, I'm not going to sing it.
Willy Fogg.
Yeah. 80 days around the world, we'll find a pot of gold, we'll travel to the rainbow's ending. No? Anyone else watch that? Let me know. It was a great TV show, used to be on a Saturday morning. No one ever remembers it.
So
anyway.
that wasn't the best idea using that glue, so because it's not very good with mirror cardstock.
Oh.
So, but never mind, that will be fine.
Lesson learnt.
Lesson learned, absolutely. And then I'm just going to do one in here onto that one, just to give a little bit of a difference. Right, there we go. So that's our card base done. I'm going to pop that to the side and then bring in these. So this is your paper pleating. We have got it on the show later. So do we have Shop the Day anymore? Is it? Oh,
yeah.
We do have Shop the Day. So you'll find it on Shop the Day. So all you want to do, I'm using our this size. So you get two sizes in each. You get your part 1 and your part 2.
Yeah.
And then you get a smaller one, a medium one, which is this one, and then you get a larger one. So I'm using the medium size ones. And all you're going to do, I'm going to do it on the back of these, just place them onto here like so and draw around them.
Okay.
So I'm just going to draw around like so, and the other one as well, and then all you're going to do is cut that out. So when you cut that out, you'll have this piece here. So you can see I've already done that one, and then this part I've cut another one out here. So we've got our two parts, just because I want to get on to the decorating part of it. and how easy they are. Now I'm using my medium folder. Doesn't matter which folder you use. You get, if nobody's seen these before, Ben, these are, you get 3 different folders and lots of different pieces in here to make banners and hearts and all sorts of things. And you've got 3 embossing folders. So all you're going to do is place these inside. So I always like to line mine up here because you can see then that fits perfectly between those lines. So that's my first one lined up, so I'm just going to hold that one down, and then I'm going to slide this one in as well. Oh, slippery little thing. Pop that in there, and that one is going to go between the lines as well. So you just want the same amount on each side, like so. And then we're just going to place them between 2 of our our cutting mats. And that's all we need to do. They're 2D embossing folders, so top and bottom cutting plate, run them through your Gemini. And what that's going to do, it's just going to emboss those lines into those pieces of card. So nice and easy. And because of the weight of the card, it's 180 GSM, which is the perfect weight for paper pleating. So it doesn't then cut through, but it gives you these beautiful pleats. So pop them to the side, and then all we're going to do is mountain and valley fold. And this is how simple it is to do.
Bottom of the screen for that paper pleating, as Debbie says, that features later on Launch Party, but if you shop the day, you'll be able to grab that now alongside those liquid watercolours which we're showing later. I cannot wait to see those because I missed the launch of those last week, and I hear they were very popular.
I know. I'm almost dreading them because I'm not going to be able to do a show like Sheena did. She was amazing.
It's not about that though, is it?
It's just about having a play and how good they are.
It's your take on them.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So what we've got there, you can see, is our 2 pieces. So with those pieces, these are going to go onto each other. So you can see straight away, if that goes like that, once we fan those out, that then takes the shape of the butterfly.
Oh, cute.
So all we're going to do here, Ben, is I'm going to use, in fact, I'm just going to use my tape pen for now. I would use, I think, actually, I'm going to use tacky glue.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're just going to leave it just for a few seconds to hold. So what I'm going to do, in the middle section, we're just going to put a little bit of glue on each piece. So just a tiny bit. I should have got my little bottle out of the car, left it in the car, but I'll do that for later. So just in the middle, like so. And we're going to do the same with this one. So while that is just that way, that's the way. While that's just taking, we're letting it evaporate. We want the glue to evaporate just a little bit.
Yeah.
So hold that together, and then I'm going to place them both together. So right in the centre there. So that's all we're going to do, and just hold that like so. So you do need, because it's a wet glue, and we're asking that to hold all of these papers. So if I sort of move them, you can see how they come together like that.
Yeah.
Or we can see over the head there. So like so, and like that. Let that glue there we go, it's starting to take shape. So once you've done that, cut yourself another little heart, and then I'm going to bring my one in that's already dried. So done exactly the same, then fan it out, so exactly the same. Look how cute.
Yeah, really cute.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love them, and look how beautiful they look in those papers, just incredible. So I'll leave that one to the side to dry, and then let's bring in our card that we did. And then all I've done is I've created some extra pieces. Now what I was going to do was just put a flower, because you see me cutting flowers out of our handmade papers yesterday on the scrapbook. You can do it with these papers as well, and they create really cute little flowers as well. So you can create really beautiful flowers cutting out of your papers. But then I thought, actually, I want to use the paper pleater, so I'm going to change to that one. We're just going to pop this into place. So let me just glue the sentiment. So pop that onto the top, and I've just put "send in all my love," and then we're just going to have that on the front of our card. So I think we're going to, because I'm going to pop this over the top, so I think let's make sure we've got it onto our card. So even though we're covering our card up a little bit, we're still showing quite a bit. And then this one here, this was just one of our leaves. I'm just going to use this as decoration, really, just put it right in front of me. There he is. So again, I'm just using my dotty tape pen just to pop down there. I'm going to pop that coming up the top there. And then actually, and because I was using a flower, so I've got some leaves, but I'm still going to use these because I think they're going to look really pretty. So we'll just pop some glue onto them as well.
Wendy's bought the collection. She says, hi Ben and Debbie, all the crafters. I bought the Showstopper and the bonus buy. I love these papers. Thanks, Wendy. And Rachel Burkett says, good morning, Debbie. Oh, good morning, Ben. Hello. I'm loving these. I've ordered 3 lots of pads and the Showstopper. Said I would love to win a card from Debbie. It would be the icing on the cake.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you very much. And then we're literally going to put that into place. So I'm going to use some 3D glue gel, and we're just so we know that will hold that beautifully. And we're just going to pop that onto there to finish our card. And there we go. Look how beautiful those papers are to use on the inside and the outside, creating that gorgeous butterfly or flowers if you wish. There we go.
I absolutely love that. It's so good to see, isn't it? Some different demos, different ways to be able to use these, and that's what you're going to see over the course of the show. Anything that you want to see in more detail, feel free to shout, and we will, I'm sure, be able to do things for you. Debbie's got loads of great demos lined up. Just again, very quickly, I know we had an in-depth look at the start of the show, but just to show you these pads again, they are flying out of the door, just like the hot air balloon that you can see here. Loads of you multi-ordering these. This is my favourite of the two. I like both of them, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love both of them, but I just love the detail that you've got in this. And if you know someone who travels, you know, someone who's gone on their adventures, someone who's been away, again, you know, someone who loves their stamps, philatelists, that's what they're called, isn't it? They will absolutely love this. I love the kind of stamp designs that you've got here. And again, little touches like that, the tea stains that you've got on this old vintage style paper here, the little tea splashes that you've got. Again here, look at all the snippability that you've got. If you do love to add little embellishments, accents to your scrapbook pages, you've got, well, 20 different designs there that you can snip into. So much to love about this. And it's one of those, again, the more that you look into, the more sort of different things that you'll see from, you know, the sites like St Paul's Cathedral, the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower there. Love this page here with the compass design. Again, if you know anyone who's into their sailing, you know, loves all things nautical. Yeah, my father-in-law would absolutely love this. You know, he's got his sailboat and you've got the compasses there. You've got that spyglass, as they used to call them back in the old days, binoculars. I absolutely love this. There's so much to snip into, so much to love. Here, again, snippability that you've got within those maps there. Get your nesting dies out potentially, you know, to use alongside those. Here again, could just be a piece of wall art. You know, as we said, you might just love the design of that and decide that you want to frame it and stick it on the wall. The papers really are that good. Here again, look at that, the beautiful keys, the old penny farthing that you've got, the old style sort of pocket watches with the typewriters as well. It's just a lovely, lovely paper pad. 24 sheets in there. So this is why, you know, you might decide to go for the Showstopper and double up with that bonus buy. If not, these are all available for you individually or available as a bundle of just the new papers on their own. And this one again is absolutely stunning. All of these different accents and designs in here that you can snip into, heavily featuring in here, of course, butterflies and stunning florals. But once again, lots of that snippability, lots of ability to be able to cut into these, you know, create some really interesting projects. Great for those scrapbookers as well. I think our team, as I've seen a few of you mentioning, I mean, look at these beautiful flowers here, the tulips just look absolutely gorgeous. Bit more of a pop of colour in this pad potentially than the vintage scrapbook, but as I was saying, I think our team have absolutely smashed it out of the park once again here, giving you so many opportunities to use these pads in so many different ways. They're gorgeous, so do not miss out on the opportunity. You're up early, particularly in the States. Take advantage of the fact that we've got currently deep stocks of these pads, but the way that these are flying out the door, they're not going to hang around for too long. So make your decision now. Choose what you want to go for. Remember, it's only £40 or $56 if you go for the Showstopper, which is those extra 4 pads as well, just for an extra £20 or $30. You're getting £70 or $90 worth of extra crafty goodness. And once you do the Showstopper, you can then get 2 more of these, so another one of each of the pads for half price, which is an incredible way to go. Wherever the budget lies, we have got you sorted. So let's give you opportunity to get checked out. Remember, if you do want to ask any questions, if you want to send in any comments, do so, because at the end of the show, we will be giving one lucky commenter a signed Debbie Fisher project. So lots to love. Don't forget to use that declining discount as well if you're shopping for other bits and pieces. The usual T's and C's do apply, but NOV drop, NOVDROP, will get you 20% off selected items up until 3 o'clock this afternoon. As I say, usual T's and C's. Best thing to do is if you're shopping, just stick it in at checkout, and if it can apply, it will. I'll leave you with that. Come back in about 4 minutes and we'll see some more inspiration with Debbie, but go to the checkout. We'll see you in a moment.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes with the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Sandy, by the way, who'd heard of you're the only person that replied to my comment of anyone else used to watch that TV show. It was just me and Sandy, apparently, but we were the cool cats, Sandy, me and you, watching Willy Fogg. I've got that song going around my head now. You know when you get a song stuck in your head, that's all I've got on loop in my head. Beautiful card, says Sarah. It was a beautiful card and many more projects to come. Jerry says to hold the pleated paper super quick. Try a stapler, you say. That is a nice tip. And I'm liking the simplicity of using the papers without having to add extra embellishments, says Sarah. Yeah, there's plenty to be said about that. I think with these papers, they do just kind of sing their own song, don't they? Thank you also to Trish, who's picked up the Showstopper and the bonus buy. Boom. Julie Barlow says, afternoon, I've just ordered the Showstopper and the bonus buy. Beautiful paper pads. Boom. And Barbara Falcone says, good morning, Ben and Debbie. Good morning. Beautiful card. I've just bought the Showstopper and the bonus buy, and I can't wait to get them. And Paul Peterson says, I've just ordered the pads. I've had my eye on them for some while. Let me know in the comments if you have ordered. Not that it's a competition. Let me know if you've ordered more than one, how many you've ordered, because I always do like to know. And again, any questions you've got, anything you want to fire our way, anything you want to ask Debbie, please feel free to, because the more you comment, the more chance you've got of winning a Debbie Fisher signed original at the end of the show. I mean, goodness me, you stick that on one of your auction sites, could be earning you millions of pounds.
Oh, I might try that.
Yeah. Maybe not millions, maybe a few quid. But you won't be sticking it on an auction site, will you? Of course, because you'll be keeping it and treasuring it forever. Right, let's get back. I can see Debbie's ready with guillotine by her side, so she's obviously ready for another demo.
Absolutely, yes. We can get 2 out of this one.
Oh,
although saying that, you can get 2 of the boxes, but then you'd need extra for your lid. But we're going to use half of our papers here. I've got this really pretty one. I love this. Now, when you're doing a project, make sure when you're doing especially a box that you're scoring the correct way. And I mean that, so when your box stands up, your flowers aren't upside down.
Ah, good tip.
Okay, so what we're going to do first of all, we're going to cut it in half. So the first thing I don't want to do is cut it this way in half.
No.
We want to cut it across because this is going to be our box.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is take that across and we're going to just trim that down to 6 inches. So we're doing it 12 by 6.
You can almost see the line on there. Like you say, it's been designed in such a way that there's almost a line there to make it nice and easy for you.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
and then if you cut it in half, then you've got 2 different pictures.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, isn't it? They are really, really good. Right, so now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. You'll notice my scoreboard's upside down because I do this to make me remember which way to do it. So we're going to pop this to the side and I'm going to use this one here and we're going to do some score lines. So I'm making sure that I'm scoring on my box. So at the bottom of if you've got a scoreboard, you'll know, so it says box base on the bottom. You can't really see it, it's moulded in. It's moulded in on purpose so it never wears off, so it'll always be there, so you know it is the box base. So I like to turn, because I score from the left-hand side, I always turn my board round. It just makes me remember. And we're going to score this at 4 1/4 inches. So we're going to come in 4 1/4, like so. And then we're going to go to 5 3/4. So 5 3/4. Like so, and then we're going to rotate our card around and then I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. If you've got a bigger scoreboard then you can just score straight along, but
just to add, if you're in need of a scoreboard, or we've got a full range of scoreboards, boxer boards, all those kind of things on the Shop the Show. So if you need the Scoremaster Ultimate Pro, just Shop the Show, you'll find them there.
Amazing. So I've done that at 1/2 inch, Ben, and I've done it at 2 inches. So yeah, so 2 inches. So I'll just quickly recap for anyone that wants to make this box. We've done this at 4 1/4 inch, 5 3/4 inch, turn it round, then 1/2 inch and 2 inches. And then we want to score 1 inch up the top. So because I know that this will be the top of my box, we want to score that inch at the top. So we're just going to pop that there, score 1 inch all the way down. And then we're going to go down to 4 1/2 inches, which is just there. So nice little box. So that's our scoring done for that piece. Then you're going to trim. Now I've already got one trimmed out, so I've just trimmed a piece here. And this one is 6 1/2, so it's 6 2/8 inch. And I've done this at 3 5/8 inch. And we're going to score this, but this time, because it's the lid, we're going to turn this round and we're going to score now this side, which is telling me my box lid side is, so you butt your card up against this and this is your box lid. And all we're going to do is score 1 inch round on all sides. So So literally round like this. And the purpose of me doing this, I wanted to show you how you could make a full box out of your papers and still have that rigidity. So that one, and then one more. Oh, I've already done that one. So we've got all our score lines in. So the first thing we'll do is just pop those score lines in and burnish. So fold them over and just burnish along, like so. And there are so many tutorials online with your box making.
Oh yeah.
So you just pick a box that you like to do and go for it. If you want a box that's bigger or more robust, use your papers as liners, not as the actual box maker.
That's a good idea.
Because there's no reason why you can't use your papers just to line your box, which is going to look beautiful. Now I like to do my boxes by cutting a little triangle out and then just slipping down, and I just rotate that round. So I don't sort of do, some people do it at the opposite ends, so they would do this side here and then the other side to mirror that, but I just like to cut them all the way around like this. So just making sure, it's hard to see where the folds are because of the papers, but just be careful where you're snipping.
Sandy says, love the paper. It will go with the age of elegance. It will go with the hydrangea, you say, as well.
Yes.
And Michael says, Michael, you old romantic you, Showstopper ordered a treat for Stephanie, you say. Those paper pads are exquisite.
Oh, amazing.
How lovely. And if we get chance, Laughing Gravy's just asked, will Debbie have chance to show how the resist sheets work? Maybe at some point in the show I could grab one of the resist sheets and just show everybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do that later for you.
They are amazing. Yes, absolutely amazing. And then I'm just finding those score lines and we're just folding those in. Now, a little tip when you're doing your score line, sometimes when you butt it up against your scoreboard and score down, it might wiggle a little bit.
Yeah.
So when you come to folding in, just make sure that your card is coming here in line and here in line. And then that way you just know that you've got it in the right place. Okay. So like this one I can't see, so if I turn that over, I can literally pop that into place and know that that's going to be perfectly straight. And then our last one, just like so. And then I think we've just got the bottom piece here. So like so. So that's all our score lines in. So next we just need to cut a few little pieces. So you can see straight away that's taking shape.
Oh yeah.
What we're going to do here is this bit. Now the reason I've done this fold is to add a little bit more rigidity to the actual box itself. So this is a really good tip when you're using papers, because then it will hold so much more. By having a top that's folded over, that will then hold quite a lot more. But these bits here, we want to create our little tabs. So I'm going to just trim this one off, so like so, and then just come up like that, so you can see that's a little tab. I don't need this piece at the top, so we can trim that one down as well. So you can see straight away with what we've created is a little tab to glue onto our box side.
Oh, cool.
And then we're just going to very slightly just create a little triangle into that piece, like so. Taking minimal off because I want to keep these bottom pieces as flat as possible, but still allow that little bit of wiggle room. So it's it's like a sliver really, sliver of cardstock off of there. And then we've got, have I not done, should have another piece. Oh no, I shouldn't. No, don't know what I'm doing there. Just making it up as I go along. Oh, there should be. I've missed out a line, haven't I? Yes, I have. So we've missed out this line here for some reason, which is, let me just double check. Oh, no, I haven't. There it is. it's appeared. And then all we want to do, I want to glue this top bit down here. So what we're going to do with this one is just use our tape pen. And we're going to go, it's because it's hard to see the lines because of all that beautiful pattern.
So the papers are so gorgeous, aren't they?
I mean, they're so detailed, aren't they?
Emily's just said it's a great way to describe these. She says the papers pair with so many collections. Yeah, you think of other collections you could use these alongside, but then she says, yet they're amazing on their own, aren't they, as well? So, you know,
totally.
Standalone papers, but certainly papers that you can work alongside loads of other different collections as well.
Yeah, they definitely are standalone, but yeah, work with everything. It's strange, isn't it? Because you wouldn't think a vintage paper would be the sort of papers that would go with everything, but they absolutely do.
Yeah.
So this one now is going to go over onto this side, so that's going to create your box, and then that will be your base, like so. Oh, we've missed a bit there as well, so let me just trim that one. So just a little sliver off of there and there. So that's given us our flaps there, and then we're just going to glue that one into place. So I'm just making sure I've got that slightness there. There we go. Right, so just glue onto your little tab. Again, you could use a wet glue, but actually our glues are very good, so they're going to glue that beautifully. Pop that onto there. Like so, and we're just going to make sure that that all comes into place. So that's created our little box, and then these pieces we're just going to, in fact I think I'm going to use a wet glue on this one, just to hold them down. So just a little bit of wet glue onto the flaps inside, and then we can glue one down on top, and then the next one. Now you've got sort of, so you've got those two tabs, and you've also got your two bigger flaps that go over.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of rigidity in this box, so you haven't got to worry about what you put in it. It's not going anywhere. That's why I wanted to make sure that we put this down with a glue that's going to really hold, and then that won't come away. So just going to hold that for a bit, and that gives us a really robust little box there. So just making sure my tabs on the inside are glued down. And actually, I might just stand my glue in there. There we go. So I'm going to pop that to the side while we put our box together, and that will hold that down beautifully. And then with our box, we're going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to just use my tape runners on those little tabs on the sides. We're just going to add our tape. I like to fill the whole tab with the glue. That way you know it's not going to come unstuck. And then you're just going to pop that one together. Now
So
give
cool.
that a little rub. Yep, absolutely. Give that a little rub. That's going to heat up that glue and make it really sticky, so that won't come apart.
Yeah.
And then our next one as well. Rub that in. And then our next one. And then the last one. So that will just be... There we go. And that little bit of wiggle room allows it so you get that beautiful mitered edge on there, so you get no little bits that are coming up. That will be perfect then with our box. That's dried. And then all I've got here, let me just bring these little bits in. I've actually just stamped, so I've die cut from one of our stamp sets, nesting dies.
Yeah.
I've just cut as well, so your sentiments can be stamped onto those pattern papers as well. All you need to do is be mindful of where you're actually putting your papers, where you're like, so when you're die cutting, make sure there's a space that you can stamp. So I've stamped it just for you inside there.
Yep.
So that's the lid that's going to go onto our beautiful box, and then onto here I'm just going to put this one. And in fact, it covers the flower there. In fact, I don't even know if I want to put
That's the thing, isn't it? When you put something on, you cover it so many beautiful things.
I'm not going to do it because I feel like it's just covering too much up. So the one that I had at home, this one here, look, we've got a different, so you can tell like there's different pieces here. So, but the flowers are really, you can really see them on that one.
Could you punch it and put a little bit of ribbon in it and do it as a little tag sentiment instead, so you didn't cover it up, maybe?
Yes, you could absolutely do that. A tag, yes, I like that idea. But I'm going to use this one purely because obviously I based my demo on here, but I'm not covering anything by using this. So I'm going to just pop that onto there. And also be like mindful of the papers where you're putting them as well, because you can see the lid on this one is beautiful. We've got that lovely bird. So I'm just putting a little bow on the front there because we've got the birds on the top. If I turn that round, you can see we've got our beautiful little box. And then if I bring that one in, so you can see we've got, I mean, that one's nice as well. Look, we've got the butterfly and the clock on the top there. So just depending on what you use and where you want to place them, they just look Super cute. I love that little box. I think that's a really nice little one. Great for little table decorations or just nice little gifts to give to somebody. And there we go.
Great, isn't it? Again, that Debbie's showing you a whole range of different things that you can make with these papers, whether it be, you know, your beautiful cards, whether it be your construction pieces like that. As I mentioned, if you need a scoreboard, maybe you're fairly new, we have a full range actually on this show. Boxer boards on there, scoreboard, Scoremaster, Top Score, Ultimate Pro, and lots of other kind of tag-on boards that you can use alongside your Ultimate Pro. Ulti bags, boxes, it's all there. Shop the show and you'll see all of those different scoreboards. Just to mention as well, we've got some nesting dies on the show for you. We had these on yesterday actually, proved quite popular. So we've brought them back for the show as well, just for the fact that these are beautiful decorative nesting dies. You've got them in a variety of different shapes. However, what is so lovely about this is that you've got your outer nesting die to give you your bigger shape. You've got your inner kind of standard die there as well, but then you've got all of these decorative elements as well to be able to give you these beautiful decorative frames, decorative toppers. They are absolutely stunning. You're going to get 42 dies in total, 6-piece collection. This is the one we like to call the Scroval. Is that the actual name for it? Oh, okay.
Is they call that a now, so a now shape is a swovel.
Squoval.
Because it's a rounded oval.
Okay, so in the world of nail art, Scroval, we are using that now into the world of craft as well. So, Scroval. Lots of people were commenting on your nails earlier, by the way, saying how nice they were.
They're growing out. They need doing. I feel they're very
matching
good.
with the papers or someone.
Yeah, luckily they're light, so they're a light bronzy colour, so they don't really notice.
Okay. Wonder if they were saying your nails are a bit vintage, just like the papers.
Yes, they do look a bit like that. I planned it. Thank you. I mean, I did that just so I knew they would match.
Yeah, obviously. But you can see you've got a lovely selection of different designs here, all beautiful in the fact that you've got the decorative elements too. And I love the fact that, you know, take this heart, for example, here, that, you know, once you're using the various dies, you've got the inner detail, and some of these actually come with that beautiful sort of stitch detail alongside here, the hearts. And then, of course, all of the waste, in this case, the little small hearts there, you'll be able to use as embellishments, keep those for shakers. So there's plenty to love about these. You've got ovals in there. The detail in the oval decorative nesting dies are butterflies. Then you've got that stunning star. And then lastly in this set, you've got the circle, which again comes with the beautiful decorative star detailing on those as well. So very popular yesterday, brought back onto the show today, just in case you didn't join us yesterday. £18.40 is your platinum price for all of those, or $23.20. Stacey Pampering has said, I've just tuned in and I love those nesting dies. Great set of nesting dies, great price on those. Lots of people chatting about the papers, of course, as you would expect as well. Trish says, I'm saving the show so I can go back and make the box. The papers will make really nice decor pieces as well, says Sarah. Genuinely mean that. You know, there's so many beautiful papers, I think particularly within the vintage scrapbook, that you might just decide, you know what, I'm just going to frame and stick on the wall. That's like kind of your decor. Absolutely do that. Lots of love for the boxes as well. PB Brewer Martin says, love the boxes. And Debbie, love your hair today as well. Debbie's getting all the comments today. Look at this.
Oh,
see,
thank you very much.
nails,
Very nice.
hair. I love your jumper as well.
Oh,
Nice
thank you.
just love Debbie, really. And if you have just joined us, brand new launch of these vintage and distressed floral papers. Also, just to mention, during this show, if you comment, send in a question, let us know what you're shopping for, you will be added into a draw at the end of the show where someone is going to win one of Debbie's makes. Probably a card, it'd be easy to send, wouldn't it? And we'll get her to sign that for you as well. So just comment away. And also, just to let you know, in case you didn't, we have a declining discount code for you today too. Standard terms and conditions apply with this, you know, the usuals. But as I always say, the best thing to do, rather than having to know what works where, just if you're shopping today, stick the code in. It is NOV, NOV, as in November, NOV, drop, all one word, NOV drop. So you type that in, and between now and 3 o'clock UK time, so you've got another just under 2 hours, you'll get 20% off selected items. Then from 3 through until 8 tonight, it drops to 17% off. And then from 8 o'clock till midnight tonight UK time, it drops to 15%. So basically, the earlier you shop, the more chance you have got of getting that big discount. I'll tell you what we'll do, because a few of you just tuning in, like Sarah wants to see the paper pads again. Should we have a look at some finished samples? Because I see Debbie's got her boxes ready, and then we can flick through the brand new pads as well. Should we do that?
Absolutely, yeah, I was thinking exactly the same. It is that new hour, which I know lots of you start to join us, so I thought it'd be really good to show you some of our design team samples because they're truly exceptional. Sandy, Brooks, Leslie, lots of you just do these constructions. This little book, look at this. I mean, you've got a little box that opens in there. Even the lids inside have just amazing decor in them. Love having that bigger box in the back. I think that is a brilliant. That would look nice as a little desk organiser, wouldn't it?
Would.
So you could keep all your little paper clips and stuff in there. You could take that off and put all your pens in there. So absolutely love that one. Another box here that Sandy's done, which I just think is
very
brilliant.
clever.
I love that. It's very clever. Yeah, that's a great little box. But it's made even more lovely because of those beautiful papers. I mean, Sandy's obviously used sort of a potential bit in there that's like a topper, which is incredible. But you can make boxes like this as well. So this is what I was talking about earlier, when you can make a box that's more sturdy out of your 300 GSM, but then you've got a box that you can layer with all those beautiful papers. Look at that. I mean, whoever wants to open that is going to love whatever's inside that, but just love it because it's so pretty, so beautiful. I mean, that's a little jewellery box on its own on your dressing table, isn't it? So absolutely gorgeous. Another one here, this one is done by our Jackie as well. Jackie Smith has done some beautiful samples using different our Centura Pearl and then the papers to line it. We've got lovely little tags, cards. I think this, it really shows it just beautifully because the butterfly dies, I think, just make that, but the papers just give that extra edge, which is gorgeous. And then I'll show one more with this. So these are what we think are the female inspired ones, which are the vintage florals, but home decor as well. I love the fact that you can make that little home decor.
Is that just backed onto just normal cardstock?
And it's actually cardboard, I think. Yeah, it actually looks like cardboard. So just backed onto that. It's just absolutely beautiful. Leslie's made this one
Love
for
that,
us.
Leslie.
Yeah, and it's so lovely. So you literally, I mean, we say about framing these pictures or pages because they're like artwork, but actually makes out of them are incredible. I love this one. So again, Jan has done this one.
Got a lot of love earlier, this.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. It's a little backpack. I mean, this has come out well for Paddington, isn't it? You could do this in like Paddington colours.
Oh, yeah, I love that idea.
Papers on there as well. Have you done that in blues? Yeah, absolutely beautiful. But making bags like this, I love the fact that you can make, and this is just made from the bag, but that's got it's got real rigidity to these papers. They're a really nice weight, and there's lots of different designs of papers that you can use. Bookmark, I think that's a great one as well. So another beautiful one. Lisa's done that one for us, so absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm just going to show you one more, which is this one. Although I thought it said tips when I first read it, and then realised didn't have my glass on. It said trips. I was like, oh, I've got tips in here.
Nice.
You could put all your
£5 note stuff in.
Yeah, that's it. I love that. I just think, I mean, you could add your photographs, put your journal in. I mean, that's beautiful. If you're going on a trip somewhere, or you want to give, or you know someone that's going on a trip, or maybe travelling, what a great little keepsake to give to them so they can sort of log all their journey wherever they're going. I think that is absolutely beautiful. And another one from Arshan Peacock there. And you've got the papers to show. You're going to show the papers this time, Ben?
Yeah, we'll have a look through those. Certainly loads of you just saying how much you love these papers. Karen, Stacey. I'm going to show you the vintage scrapbook one first of all, because that is my favourite of the two. They're both gorgeous, but it's got a real, 80 days around the world theme to this. That real sort of vintage, beautiful style, showing you, loads of famous landmarks from around the world. And you really do get that feel of travel with this, because you've got all those sort of old vintage sort of styles of travelling here, from your hot air balloons. Even just spotted there's like a Zeppelin there as well, which is incredible. And it is almost like it's almost like a memory book within a paper pad here, as if someone has gone away and recorded their voyage to places like London and Paris. We've got in here, you've got the pictures, you've got the stamps, and then almost as if like the passport has been stamped as well from the various countries that this person's travelled to. It is a real story within a paper pad. This page I absolutely love, in the fact, again, it is all built up with all of these different stamps from around the world. So once again, if you do love to snip into your paper pad, you've got the ultimate sort of snippability with all of those. And again, as we come in here, the little touches like the little splodges of tea or coffee that, you know, where the coffee cup has been, where this traveller's sort of been planning their next leg of their journey, that coffee cup's been placed down and just stained the papers, giving that an even more sort of vintage feel. And again, you've got all of these sort of landmarks and monuments from around the world. It's just such a brilliantly put together pad. Again here, you know, there's all old sort of style, almost like tickets these, aren't they? You feel like you could almost sort of tear into those, but you can certainly cut into them, snip into them for your scrapbook pages. The script on here I think is gorgeous. The layer upon layer of detail. This again here really kind of like enhancing and talking about that nautical aspect of the travel with the compasses and your sailboats. You've got your binoculars, your spyglass there. Maps of the world are included in here too. It's just a tremendous paper pad in its own right. And as I say, this paper here, you could literally, that one and that one particularly, get a frame, stick it on the wall. It's that good, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is
absolutely.
that good. Love this page as well with the old penny farthings on.
Too.
Really super cute. And just to show you again, the backs, you know, really beautiful in their own sort of style as well. I suppose these give you a bit more scope in that they're a little bit more sort of stripped back. So if you want to stamp onto these, stencil onto these, you know, add your own embellishments, use them as the kind of starting point for a scrapbook page, and you've got all of that opportunity to be able to do that. But that is just the one of the two new pads that you're going to get. The next one is your distressed florals. And like you say, Debbie, I know this is your favourite of the two, is it? Would you say?
Yeah, I think so. I do love the other one, and it was my favourite. But then every time I pick this one up, I just get so wowed by this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's stunning, absolutely stunning.
So, again, so beautifully vintage in its approach, but almost a bit bolder, I suppose, in the style. This one with the colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a bit more simplicity, I think, this one, because of the whites in it as well. I think the whites really bring it to life. And like I was saying earlier, some of these pages literally are breathtaking. They're just stunning.
And again, you've got all that opportunity to snip into these, you know, little individual components that you might want to just cut out, you know, the little tags, the pictures, or again, you know, think about using these as 6x6 papers, as Debbie described earlier on. Nice way to think of this. Yes, you've got 24 sheets, but if you wanted to be really frugal with these, you could even use the bonus buy set and just cut these into 6x6 pages, and then you'd almost have, what did we say? 96, wouldn't it be? 96 cards you've got there. If I flip that around as well, just so that you can see the reverse of these. I love that. It's almost like an old style wall, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's
sort
lovely,
of like cracking. It's absolutely beautiful. You're going to get both of these on their own in a bundle if you want to do that. The majority of people, I think, are going for the Showstopper. Then the Showstopper allows you to get both of the new pads, and then you're going to get a whole host of other goodies as well. So for an extra £20, just over £20 or just over $30, you'll get these 4 pads as well. So you're going to get that resist pad. Oh, I will tear one of those pages out just so Debbie can show us how that works during this ad, because someone did ask, I think it was Sarah. So you've got your 24 sheet resist pad. You're getting linen cardstock from that vintage Halloween. You're getting the Fright Night linen cardstock and also the ombre glitter card 12x12 pad. That should cost you £71 or £72, I should say, or $91. It's an extra £21 or $31 if you buy it within the Showstopper, and then you get the Showstopper. You pop these two into your basket again, and you get them for half price. So it's over to you really how you want to kind of divvy things up, how you want to spend your money. If you're not too fussed about the Showstopper, of course you can get these on their own, but if you like the idea of getting all of these goodies for that tremendous price, Showstopper, and then add these into your basket as a separate bundle, and that will be automatically calculated at half price for you. So however you want to do it, but get shopping now whilst we have deep stocks of these, because we are very, very busy. Charlotte Clark has said, I've just got my order in for the Showstopper. And Trish says, I think I need to order another set of the paper pads because they are so lovely. They are. And Eleanor says, those paper pads are beautiful and perfect for a memory album.
Yeah.
let's do it. Before I forget, I'm just going to tear one of these sheets out and bring it over so
Yes.
we can look at that at some point. What we're going to show first, though, this hour?
Right, we're going to go back to the, I've forgotten the name, the Mal one. The
Vintage scrapbook.
Vintage scrapbook, yes, because I love this one. I think the hot air balloons are just gorgeous, and it doesn't have to represent, it doesn't mean someone loves them, it's just that case that they're very classic, aren't they? Great for a Mal-inspired card. So I've already cut some bits out of here, so this bit here, can you see I've cut here from there, so I've already done that bit, and then I've used another sheet in there, which is this one, because I just thought that was just a really great background, and then I'm putting it onto some gold card. So then what I thought, because these are uncoated papers, so I'm going to bring in some ink, because we can ink them as well. So I've just got a seal brown, which is the darkest of our browns, and what this is going to do is just draw our eye into, oh, is there any ink on there? Draw our eye into, oh, we've got a bit of a dry pad going on here. It's seal brown. Yeah, it's not very, I've noticed that I had one before, didn't I, that was starting to go, and I think that's been a long time in the studio. So the one I used before was a purple one. So, but it's the first time, so it just shows you how long they last for. Yeah, they're definitely, this one is definitely, I tell you what we'll do, I've got a fryer brown one here. Let's use that instead. Let's try that one. Yeah, that one looks
Here he comes,
better.
look. Here he comes to save the day.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Right, I'm going to pop that
Always
on.
listening, that worries me, that. I'll be careful what I say about him now.
Right, let's pop that there. There we go. Ah, yes, there we go. That
Beautiful.
one's much better. That's better. So we're literally going round the sides, and I'll just do part of it and you'll see the difference, because it really does make a difference when you've got uncoated cards or papers that you can sort of distress at the edge, and it really does draw your eye into that cardstock.
So it's just to frame it a little bit more then, isn't it, really? And
Yeah,
like you say,
I mean, look at that. It just looks, I mean, it looks amazing anyway, but then bringing this in, curling the edges a little bit. Jamie said about the edge crimper. Yes, if there was one here, we could use that as well, but that would be very cool. An edge crimper, yes, we can crimp the edges. I tell you what, I'll do this one, and if Jake can get us an edge crimper, we can crimp the topper that we're going to put on.
Okay.
So let's pop this one here. And this is something Sheena would be doing. She does it with all her mates. She likes that. Her thing is to like draw your eye in, really to give that sort of comes to life. Look at that. I mean, it looks amazing now, doesn't it? I mean, it looks amazing anyway, but that really does bring it to life. So let's stick this into place. And I quite like having those bits on the side. I'm going to curl those a little bit more. So just bring that in, like so. So just use them. I mean, they've naturally sort of gone like that, but I'm going to just bring them in a little bit more. And because they're double-sided, you can really sort of see those. There we go. And then let's just stick this one into place. So I'm not going to stick the corners down, I'm going to let them naturally stick up. And then just all the way around. And let's pop that. Now put it onto my, and in fact I'm being really wasteful there, because I'll tell you what else I'm going to do, Ben, because I want to cut these out. So the snippability of these.
Oh, you're going to cut the individual hot air balloons?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So not only can you have that really nice one that you've got your topper, I'm just going to grab my smaller scissors. Let's do this one. Oh, and my little diddy ones. So let's have those. So we're just going to come around, and I mean you could fussy cut, but I'm going to actually take them up to the line and just cut around. And then I want to show you how easy it is to then put them onto, to mat and lay them onto your gold cardstock, and then just cut around that. So instead of fussy cutting the actual design, we're going to fussy cut the gold cardstock.
That's a good idea.
So it's just another way that you can have your sort of mirror card or a darker card or whatever card that you want to do around the edge. So there we go, so we've cut that out. So you can see as a topper, I mean, that is amazing. So what I am going to do is, because I'm going to cover this up, so I'm just going to stick this right into the middle. And let's just come in with my tape pen, like so. Because I know that will be covered up. And then I am just going to, in fact, I can just make a little mark in there so I can cut around that. It's funny, isn't it, the things we do underneath that no one would have a clue. So first of all, I'm just taking it out of here so then I can cut around it a bit better. So, because then once we've got that, this piece will then go over the top. So we're just going to go this way, like so. So that's going to give me that beautiful gold edge all the way around. So not only now have we got that amazing darkness coming round by just sort of, oh, it's stuck to the thing, you've got then that gold on there as well, which finishes it off.
Yes.
And then once you've got this one, you're just going to do exactly the same, but we're going to leave just a really small little border and just come round and follow that round.
Lots of love for the hot air balloons. Trish says, I love the hot air balloons on the paper. And Marshall says, I like the flower one the best. It has smaller handwriting. Some of the papers I have, the handwriting is so large. Yeah, let us know. Have you got a fave in the comments? Are you more of a vintage scrapbook person, or are you more of a distressed florals person? Let us know. Sandy's living her best life, though, just saying the scrapbooking yesterday and vintage today, my favourite, says Sandy. What a great week.
It has been a good week, yes.
And only 2 days of it so far. Have we got 2 more launches this week? We have, haven't we?
We have. Leanne's going to be in tomorrow.
She is.
So there we go. So now we've got that gold edge around there. So we've totally made our own toppers out of the page.
That's brilliant.
And when you think of how many hot air balloons you've got on there that you can use, it's just beautiful. So once we've done that, I've got myself a nice big 8x8 card blank.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick this one to the back of there. And let me just find my tape pen. So that's going to go all the way around. And then we will stick that to the front, making sure that opens the right way and that way around.
Yeah, I was going to say, upside down.
I had to read. It's not like it's normal writing that's on there. Let's just bring that down a little bit. There we go. Right on the side. And then let's bring this one in. So we haven't got our page distresser, so we'll go in with our inks. Let's just bring this one in. And actually, I mean, if you haven't got a page distresser, you can just do it with your scissors. So you could, if you wanted to, just literally just scrape along here before you do anything. Your page crimper is better because it's quicker. But you can actually, we'll do it with scissors because I think that will look pretty cool. And we don't want to knock Jamie's idea. I think that was a really good idea. So pop that round. And you can still ink this afterwards because obviously you've made little indentations and distressed the sides. So when you then come to inking, just clear that. That's going to pick up all those little rough edges. And that gives even more interest then.
Thank you, Sarah, who says, thank you for showing the paper pads again. I've ordered the Showstopper and the bonus buy and the Modern Man selection that I missed when it launched. That was yesterday we had that on, wasn't it?
That was such a good price.
Great deal. Obviously still floating around on the website, so have a look for that. Lots of aspects of that collection will work so well with the vintage scrapbook page as well, because there's the old-fashioned planes in there. Again, you've got more hot air balloons in there, the old-fashioned cars. So there's plenty of crossover between that and this paper pad. So that's a great basket, Sarah. Well done.
Yeah, very good basket. And actually, isn't it nice to think, because they are the cards that we struggle with, it's nice to think that we've got all those sort of Mal-inspired cards now with so many different ranges that we've got out.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what I think makes it brilliant shopping here, in the fact that you have got so much scope. You'll never be short of ideas. This is just coming on brilliantly. I love this so much, this card.
It's looking cool, isn't it?
Is this the one you're going to give away?
We can do. I don't mind which one we give away. So I'm going to pop this up this side because I've done some extras of our hot air balloons. So let me just bring them in. And I've also done a happy birthday as well. Right. So I've cut out one of our happy birthdays. I've cut some more of these and put the mirror card behind as well, just because they were scraps from this piece that I used. So nice to use them. Then we can use our happy birthday, which we can come down here. And again, we were saying yesterday about put the items where you want them before you stick them down. So then we can put our hot air balloons wherever we want them. In fact, I don't think it needs more than a couple on there. So I'm going to keep these. I've got another one as well. I'm going to keep those because I'm going to do something with those papers, the distress papers.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, love how that is. I actually think it needs something else. And I've got some twine here. So I'm thinking, let's wrap. How much have I stuck this down? Let me just see if I can go. I think we could go under that. So I'm going to use, I've got some twine. I'm going to use this to wrap around. So let's just use a bit there. In fact, I'm going to do it the opposite side. So that comes that way. And then we're just going to wrap a little bit around the bottom there.
Well, Jan got the modern man along with the papers as well. That seems to be a bit of a running theme today then, Debbie. It's a great collection to work, particularly with this pad. So if you can grab it, I know stocks were fairly low on that, I want to say, yesterday, but it's still there. Grab it whilst you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when they all work well together. And there's so many, especially like the monocle and the moustache.
The top hat.
And Vintage Vegas would go with these as well, with that car.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a great shout. So many different elements you can use.
That's better. Little touch there, just some twine at the side. So pop that onto place. Then we will have this one. There we go. So let's pop that one in. I do this a lot lately. I change my mind as I'm doing things.
That's half the joy of it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you literally can just have a play and do what suits your needs and what you like. And then we're going to do our happy birthday. So I'm going to pop that over the twine, I think. So we'll just have that there. So we don't need a lot of sticking on that one. I think I'm going to just use, in fact, let's use this, this glue. And then just do it at the top and the bottom. Just put little dots around.
Stephanie, I love your message. I always find it interesting to see where people watch. She says, this is a first, watching at the bus stop. Has anyone watched in a more strange place than at the bus stop?
I've watched in the supermarket before.
Have you actually?
Yeah, and I've had it balanced on my trolley while I'm walking around. If there's a show, especially if there's a show that I'm doing at a later day and it's launching, I will, I've watched it in the supermarket before.
That is
just
brilliant.
So I know exactly other people's take.
I know we have people who watch in the shower. I've had messages from people before who've watched in the shower or the bath.
I've put it on in the shower before and put it at the side, but you can't hear it very well, even when you turn it really up.
Water.
But the good thing is that you can go back, can't you? And
yes,
you can just go backwards. This is really naughty. I'm not going to. I was going to admit something then.
I was just going to say the weirdest place I ever watched was, and it was a show when you and Debbie were on. I was watching you on the treadmill at the gym, and I can't remember the exact conversation. I sort of half remember it, but I won't repeat it because it's just. But you guys said something, and it was so funny. I was laughing so much I nearly fell off the treadmill.
That sounds like me and Debbie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we've had some funny shows.
Yeah.
But no, what I was just going to say is sometimes I just want to get to the demo, so I watch the show at a later time and then I fast forward through everything else.
Yeah.
That's really unfair to Ben, because I do love watching Ben, but sometimes I just want to watch the demos.
Well, that's it. I'm just here to tell you what to buy, really. You don't want to watch me.
And then this one I think we're going to have here, so I'm just going to put one going down there, and then let's pop that onto here. There we go. Look at that. Love that. And there we go. There's our hot air balloon inspired card.
Absolutely love that. That is my favourite make of the show so far. What say you guys? This card just makes me smile with all the hot air balloons, says Sarah. Love the mirror card behind the balloon, says Sandy. And Sandy says, Crafter's Companion needs to come up with a shower speaker. Maybe that'll be birthday next year. You never know.
That's a good idea. One you can charge on your Gemini and then go and play it in the shower.
We'd need to have a lot of people who watched in the shower, though. That's the thing, wouldn't we? Just before, so we don't forget, could we just quickly show us how to use that distress?
Oh, you got me a piece.
Yeah, because otherwise we'll forget, won't we?
Yes.
I know what we're like. This is for Sarah.
Let's just trim this down. Yeah, let's absolutely do this. So I'm going to just do, in fact, I'm going to do a longer card. So let's do 5.
This comes in the bonus, by the way, for Stacey, who was asking. I'll show you that again just before we have a break in a minute, but this is one of the pads in the bonus buy. No, it's in the Showstopper, rather.
So let's stick actually with, I've got the 3 colours here of the brown, so they will go really, really nice. And I'm just going to grab myself a brush as well. So let's just grab this one and then start off with the Sandstorm. So let's come in. This is the lightest colour, so we're just going to have a small amount coming in here. I do love these pads because I think the work's already there for you.
Yeah.
You haven't got to worry about having anything already done, like heat emboss, which is nice.
So what type of ink pads are we using here?
I'm just using the water reactives, but actually, Ben, you could use any ink pads on here. I would say if you're using pigment ink pads, they will start to cover your resist. So what you would have to do afterwards is wipe them away. And it will stick to the underneath, but you'd need to sort of wipe them. Yeah. So let's just do those ones there.
And you can use sort of any applicator, can you? Because I see you're using like the brush.
Yeah, I mean, I love the brush. It's my favourite application, but you can absolutely, like I was using this one before, you can put them on with that. In fact, that's the dark one. We can use that one. So that one you can see go on just as well. But if you carry on with the brush one, we can just then place that in. And then what I would do, I've got a little off cut here, so I'm just going to use that to put my fingers on. And then that way I won't get mucky fingers. And we're just going to blend that in. And that's basically all you have to do. And then what I would say is, it's just not very well blended there, so I'm just going to go back in. There we go. Pop that to the side. You can then just put some, I had some mirror cardstock here. Let's just pop that onto there and I'm just going to pop this so we can make something of it so you can see.
Look at this, an impromptu demo. I love it.
And then we'll go to 5, like so. Yeah, easy. I mean, as quick as this to make your card. So let's stick that into place. And then we had 2 of our hot air balloons. So we can pop them onto there as well. So just like so. And then we've got these. Look at this.
Almost like you planned it.
And actually, I've got a dad there. Look, we could put dad at the bottom. I've got a little bow, so we could put a bow on there. Look at that. There you go.
I love that.
I mean, it took seconds, didn't it? I literally would put that on a piece of a card. In fact, should we do it? Let's just grab a piece of card. We'll fold that in half. We'll do it from scratch. Shall we put this in with whatever we send out?
We're sending this in with whichever card. Okay.
So let me just get me ink away. And all we're going to do is score that in half. So
Sarah's just saying she loves it. She was the one who asked. It's so pretty. Love the design that shows up. You actually get, I'll show you, Sarah, when we come over in a minute. You get that design plus 5 other designs within the pad, and you get 4 sheets of each.
They're so, so good. And even though I've done this one as sort of the Mao-inspired one, you can literally take any from the book and they're going to look incredible. So that will give us a card. So we can pop that in. Oh, I've done that slightly too small. I can't believe I've just done that. So I'm going to just trim that down a little bit more so it will fit. So we'll just have a small amount of the mirror card instead. So that will be fine. It's just having that little border.
Yeah.
And then one more. So we won't waste our card then. Let's pop that into place. I mean, that really was quite an impromptu demo, wasn't it?
I love it though.
Pop that one in there. There we go. Like so. And then we'll put these onto some foam pads.
Trish is just saying, can't wait to try this out when my order arrives. Yeah, if you've gone for the bonus, the Showstopper, you'll get the everyday resist pad within that. Fantastic, says Trish. So pretty, says Sarah. Thank you for showing this, Debbie. Janice Watson, pray for Janice. She says, oh my days, I've just had a gilding flake explosion.
That's hilarious. Oops.
It happens to the best, Janice, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Happens to the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I won't put a sentiment on it. So if we're sending this out as well, then that way you can put your own sentiment on there.
Oh, I love it.
Rather than put your dad. But there you go. There's your background. Nice, quick background. There we go.
That is so good. From what was just going to be a quick demonstration of the resist, made another card. Just for Stacey as well, the Showstopper details on your screen is the 2 new pads again, which we'll look at in more detail before the end of the show. So your vintage scrapbook and then your distressed floral. So 24 sheets, double-sided sheets within each. You get those 2, plus you get the 4 extra pads included. So you're going to get the everyday pearl resist pad. So Sarah, that was the design that Debbie's just used, but you get these 5 other designs included in there as well. You're going to get 6 designs in total, 4 sheets of each. You've then got your Halloween linen cardstock. So that is 24 sheets in there. You're getting 6 colours, 4 sheets of each. You've also got your Fright Night linen cardstock, as we say, labelled Fright Night, but it's basically just a lovely collection of colours of linen cardstock. 40 sheets in there you're going to be receiving, and you've also got your ombre glitter cardstock in there as well. 4 different designs, 6 sheets of each. That should set you back an extra £72 or $91 when you buy it within the Showstopper. Stay. When you buy it within the Showstopper, it's only going to cost an extra £20 or $30, and then you open up that bonus buy as well, where you can get another set of those brand new pads for half price. So you put the Showstopper into your basket with your vintage distressed floral paper pads, and those become half price for you. Let's have a break. When we come back, we shall squeeze in some more inspiration and demos with Debbie. Don't forget, get any questions in, any more comments, and in the final 20 minutes or so, we will also announce who is going to win some Debbie Fisher originals. If you haven't yet commented, just do so and you will be in that draw, which we'll do, I reckon, probably in around about 15-20 minutes time. But for the meantime, get to the checkout, get those deals, and we'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes time.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker, we pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back. Just whilst we've been on the break there, we've just been finding out we're doing Secret Santa again this year at Crafters TV after a year off actually last year. And we've just been finding out who we've each got. Yeah, and there's certain people who you perhaps rather get because they're easier to buy for, and perhaps certain people which you hope that you don't get because you wouldn't know what to buy for. Let's have a look, judging by our faces, if we're both happy with the person that we've got. So this is my face. Debbie? Ah. Debbie's happy as well. Are you quite happy?
Yeah, I'm really happy, yeah. Ah. Yeah, I'm happy with who I've got, yes.
Yeah, I'm really happy with mine.
Is it me?
You won't ever know, will you? Because it's a secret.
I haven't got you.
You can't say that!
Oh no.
It's secret!
Yeah, but you don't know.
Huh?
I might just be pretending.
Ah. That's the only bad thing, isn't it, about Secret Santa, is that everyone ends up just telling everybody anyway at the end, so it's never secret. I've gone in again, begrudgingly, but I like to moan about Secret Santa, so that's why I was in this year again. Just so I'm always the one that moans about it. I'm not the secret Grinch. But yeah, anyway. Pardon? No, I have got a good one, but it's whoever's got me, because, anyway, let's move on. Trish says, I cannot wait to try all this out when my order arrives. It is going to be a set of papers that I think you will use a lot. And Teresa Campbell says, Debbie's convinced me with that last demo. Ah, the one with that. So I just bought the Showstopper along with an extra set of pads. If you're getting the Showstopper, it makes so much sense to buy that extra set of pads. Basically, you're going to halve the price that you're seeing on screen there. So £14.50. $19.50 for the 2 pads is what you'll pay, and that's before your Club Inspire discount, don't forget. And Karen Austin says, good morning. I've ordered the Showstopper and the bonus buy. I also took advantage of shopping in the declining discount section, boosted up my organisation tools, you say. We have got about 18 minutes left. What do you fancy showing us in that time?
Right, let's do some more construction. I'm going to show you how to do a really simple box, but making it into different things. So let's get started. So first of all, I've just took a page from my pad, 12 by 12, and we're going to keep it at that. Then we're going to come in and I'm going to use my scoreboard, and we're literally just going to score this in, and I'm scoring on my box base side, and we're going to score this in at 4 inches. So as simple as that, so literally 4 inches all the way around.
How pretty is that paper? My goodness
so
me.
lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just divine. So many beautiful pages. I can see, I mean, we literally have been so busy for this, and I just knew once people see them, I had a feeling people would maybe think the same as me, like, oh, they're, you know, I've got similar pads, don't need, but when we do I should know better, Ben, because when we do a standalone pad, we know that we don't need anything else to go with it, because they will sell on their own, because they are exquisite and they are amazing, and they are something that every crafter needs in their stash. And these pads are beyond that and more, because they are so gorgeous. And I definitely think, I'm already thinking I'm going to have to buy myself some more of these pads. Yeah. Because I am going to use these lots. I think you might see lots of these coming up in demos that I have. Right, now I've done all that scoring. You can then make it your ordinary box, but I want to show you 2 separate things here. So I've done all my score lines so I can see them a bit better when I'm scoring. And then what I want to do is I'm going to bring this page up to here. Because I want to be able to see that middle line, that black line that we've drawn down our box, and I want to be able to see it. So when you move this across, I can see my join line. My join is here, and I'm going to put that top piece to there. So it means when I score down the middle, I score directly down. I'm saying that, and it hasn't gone directly down. We're going to score directly. I'm going to just bring it across a little bit. There we go, down that way. Yeah. So what you want to do, the other way to do it, is to put where your lines cross, put that line onto your black line, and then place your line up. And then that way you get that line going in. So what we're doing on every corner, we're scoring, oh, that's because I didn't have it folded into that line. That will teach me to look a bit better. So I'm going to go to that line and then to the black line. It doesn't have to be our black line, just so I don't confuse anybody. We draw a black line sort of halfway down our board. And it just means that for this reason, when you're trying to work some measurements out, you can see exactly where you're going to go. So I know we're going to go half fold up to that middle piece. So what that's going to do is give us these fold lines. Now there's different ways of doing this. So if you fold this one in, so literally like so, like that, can you see that creates that corner fold? Yeah. Like so. And then we're going to do that all the way around. So folding that in, confused myself then, folding that one inwards like so, and it's just a case, manipulate that line to come in, and then you want to make sure that's straight across the top before you then fold that in, and you can then just use your fingers to fold that one. So you can see both of those pointing in, and then we're going to do the same with our other 2 corners. So it's just a case of manipulating that, push it in.
The origami going on over there.
I know, but it is super easy. I hope I'm not making it look difficult, because it really isn't. It's just a case of pushing those corners in like so, and that will give you this look. So now you've created a basket, so you don't actually need a lid for this one. You could just put holes in it, put your string round, and that creates the basket. So if I bring this one in, which I've already done, you can see how that is. So when you put your string around, this is just a really nice one if you want to leave out, if you want to put some sweets in.
Yeah, I love that idea.
You know, even like for your Halloween, I know Halloween's gone now, but it's just a really nice little box that you can create. So that's one way of doing it. But if you want to put a lid onto it, you can do that as well. So do you know, normally we would cut these corners off, they would then stick in, and you would get that sort of type of box.
Yeah.
But actually, why worry about doing that when all you have to do is literally, we're just going to fold these in, just making sure I've got that completely folded. There we go, like that. And the other two in as well. So you're going to fold those ones in and that one in there. So that then creates your box.
Okay.
Without even having to do anything about it. So all we need to do with that one then, and that's how you do the exploding boxes. So your exploding box, when you take your lid off, will just come away and then everything's in the middle. So let's pop that to the side, and then we're going to bring in our papers here to do the lid as well. So this was a bit we cut out earlier, and all I've done this is a 6-inch square. And I've done it 6-inch square because this is 12 by 12. And then your inside bit, because we've scored it at 4 inches on each side, you've got a 4 inch diameter around. So you want this to be 4 inches to fit over the top, but you then want your lip. So we've done 6 inches to allow for 1 inch on each side. So all we're going to do with this one is come down and put that inch line in. And you can see I always use my bigger ball tool, because that way you're not going to go into the paper. Sometimes with the smaller one you can rip into the paper, but I have to say I've not done that at all with these papers, so I think the actual quality of them is amazing.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go around, and I always like to stretch the fibres on my card and do it a couple of times. And the other tip that I always like to give as well is I always fold my larger area over onto the smaller area. And what this does, it stops buckling, so you get that crisp edge all the way along. Where if you was to sort of move this across, it buckles because you're moving it across. So always go over on the larger side, over the top, and then that way you'll get that crisp line. And then again. And I always follow these simple rules when making boxes and lids, especially when it comes to just trimming into the sides as well. So it's a case of, again, just trimming that side in, cut a corner out, and then trim down. And then just follow those corners around, just double checking where my lines are, like so.
I've seen so many comments today. Another one just come through from Sarah saying people are just buying extras of these so they can frame the papers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hang them on the wall.
I love that idea, actually. I've never done it myself, and I always think when people say that, I know Craig does it.
Craig will be doing it with these, won't he? You can guarantee it.
Absolutely, but I actually think these would be amazing. I've just, well, in the middle of having our kitchen done at the moment, and I'm thinking in our living area of the kitchen, these would look really nice.
Yeah, they really would. Because he framed the Amazing Flamingos, isn't it?
We've got them here, haven't we?
Yeah.
They're on our green room wall. Yeah, we've got those artwork. And it does look lovely.
Yeah. It's a really, like, if you want to do that, you know, and if you love this design so much, it's a really inexpensive way, isn't it, of creating a real different feel in your home decor. Just buy some inexpensive frames, pop one of these papers in, and away you go.
Well, you see lots. So if you go on to Pinterest, Ben, and lots of pages like that, you see lots of prints where people put pictures and then they put things like antique butterflies in frames and pieces like this on their walls in between all their pictures to make, like, they call them memory walls, don't they? That one's a little bit out. I'm just going to trim that edge off there. So there we go. And there we go, there's our lid. So before I put the lid on the box, all I've done now is with your scraps of paper, I've made myself a little tag.
Oh, cute.
So done a little tag, and I just thought I'd have a bit of a red ribbon just to sort of tie with it. And then this was, again, I just cut this was scraps out of the actual pad as well. So I thought we could use this as a little tag for our box. So let me just grab my foam pads.
If you need ribbon, we've got a ribbon selection bundle for you on the show as well. So that's worth having a little look look for. All of these elements, either shop the show, or indeed if you want to see what we've got coming up later on Launch Party, Shop the Day has all of the elements from the live shows, if you like. Tonight, those liquid watercolours, which I'm looking forward to seeing. And we've also got more of the paper pleating bundle as well, plus those shaker numbers, which proved really, really popular
I love
a couple of weeks
shaker
ago.
numbers.
They're so much fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I love them so much. I think because, and I know we say it a lot, but the versatility of them are incredible. Yeah, they're really, really cool. And then I've got just a little ribbon here to pop onto there as well.
Also got more prizes to be won tonight as well, so
Ooh,
worth
nice.
just dropping by and saying hello. I do like a launch party as well, so I feel it kind of gets you up to date if you have missed anything recently. So yeah, live tonight at 5, that one.
Nice. Right, so let's pop our sides into our box. So it's just a case of tucking them in like so. Once you've got them all in, literally put your gift in there, place that over the top, and there you go. You've got your ready-made box that's beautiful and so easy. That's so, I mean, so simplistic to do. And literally open it up and literally, there you go.
Is that about the lowest weight you would use for a construction 180?
Absolutely, yeah. You wouldn't want to use anything other than that, and that, yeah, that would do. I mean, you could tie some string around there, which would keep it really secure until someone was to open it. But I just love making little boxes like this. I think they're a great one to have, especially for table gifts or anything like that you want to have. But yeah, really nice little thing. Or you just might want to make some decorative pieces for the home, and that's going to be perfect. So literally, I mean, let me just bring in some of the makes we've made in the show. And actually, I think what we'll do, I was going to give that big one away, but let's do, because we're going to pop this one in, we're going to give this one away, I think, Ben, and this one. So let's pop. So we've got a female and a male inspired one. I love that though. I love this one, sorry. Looks really cool,
like the improv card is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Which means if you're going for the bigger the Showstopper, you've got all those to use as well as your papers as well. So you can use a lot of your toppers in the pad, which aren't really toppers, but you can, the snippability in them is incredible. So amazing, love them.
It's been such a good show. We'll announce the winner in just a few moments' time. If you have commented in this show, stand by, because I could be saying your name in a minute and you could be winning one of Debbie's projects, or the 2 projects. Jerry just says, I've placed an order, Showstopper, bonus buy, and some Nov Drop items as well. You say, I'm very happy, my birthday present to myself. Is it your birthday today, Jerry? Happy birthday, if so. And Kimberly says, I love the new papers. I think they'll be quite versatile when making cards for different occasions. Yeah, we'll just quickly show you again before we have a look at some final finished samples and announce that winner. The 2 new pads, the one that Debbie's been working with just now, the Distressed Florals, I mean, absolutely stunning. I mean, we don't take it for granted, do we, just how brilliant Paper Pad and the team are. But you know what? You come to us for so many different crafty things, and if you're coming to us to buy papers, you know that each and every time you shop with us, you are going to get the very best of the best, and you've got it in abundance here. Just such a beautiful paper pad, this one, the Distressed Florals, with so many layers of interest, so many beautiful designs in here, lots of snippability. I think whether you are a card maker, whether you are a scrapbooker, you're going to be looking at this and just thinking to yourself, all those different ways you can use it, and potentially you're going to be thinking to yourself, do you know what? I do need to get that Showstopper, and then I do need to get the bonus buy bundle with it as well, because, you know, very generous, I think, 24 double-sided sheets, but it's almost not quite enough, is it? Particularly if you are someone who makes cards and likes to make scrapbook pages and memory albums, and, you know, you're thinking then about framing some of these for home decor, you're going to need a lot. So do think about going for that Showstopper. Do think about getting that bonus buy bundle. The vintage scrapbook, as I say, is my favourite. And, you know, I love the way that Debbie's sort of positioning it and saying, OK, well, the florals may be a little bit more sort of female skewed, if you like. But then if you are looking for papers that are going to work their magic for more of those male cards, those more masculine makes, then, you know, again, you've got it in abundance here. It's such a beautiful paper pad. Again, so many sort of layers of interest, so much snippability. And what I love, actually, is the fact that so many of you have said to me today in the comments that you've gone for that Modern Man collection that we brought yesterday. today at a brilliant price. You've added that in alongside this paper pad because you can just see the crossover and you can see the multitude of ways of being able to use these papers with that particular collection too. It is stunning. Again, with this, plenty of snippability, plenty of ideas I'm sure are coming to your mind now as to where and how you're going to be using these. You get both of those included within the Showstopper, don't forget. Grab those, and then you get these 4 pads as well. So you're going to get your 24 sheet ombre glitter card pack. You've got your Fright Night linen cardstock, which we launched on Halloween, 40 sheets in there, 24 sheets of your vintage Halloween luxury linen cardstock, and then also you're going to get that 12 by 12 resist pad, which we had a little brief look at a little bit earlier on. That is £70, $90 worth of extra cardstock that you're paying only just over £20 for or $30 for within your Showstopper. So that's that brilliant price, £40, $56. And then you pop another one of the bundles in with the brand new papers into your basket and you get that for half price. If you're platinum, it's £11.60 or $15.60 for 2 more pads, which is incredible value for money. Just before I announce the winner, let's have a look at some more finished samples with Debbie, because this is, for me, what really shows the versatility.
Yeah, totally. I mean, whether you like construction, whether you like your card making, you are going to find something to work with these pads.
Yeah.
And whatever collection you've got in here. I mean, this was our butterflies that we bought you at, that collection of butterflies, the kaleidoscope of butterflies. That's going to work really well with those. Making journals, we're talking a lot about scrapbooking at the moment, and making journals, these are just stunning. Trust me, he's put a knot in there. We won't fuss about with that, but there's a journal in there. We've also got boxes that you can make. Love the fact that you can you can make boxes with them, but you can then decorate them and just ornate them with the papers. This one as well, absolutely gorgeous. So using them, these ones are actually in there, so you can literally cut out little words that are in there. And there's also all these tags. So you can see here, it's been embellished with the little birds here. You've got the tag with the key. You've literally got all these little pieces. Even this one here, they're all like little mini toppers that you can decorate with them and create just amazing, beautiful boxes. We'll show you one more in there because I absolutely love this one. Look how decorative this box is, and it literally is a box that just goes into each other. So there we go, just like that. I think that's amazing. Really, really beautiful. And that's the florals one, but let me show you the men one, because I keep calling it the men one. It's
the men one. I get
it's not a secret, but I love this little backpack. I mean, it's just so amazing. Absolutely love that one. But just being really creative with your little bags that you can use, maybe bookmarks as well, which look amazing. Literally, the cards that you make are just going to be wowed at. They're just beautiful. Use with your inks. They're uncoated cardstock, so you can stamp on them, you can ink onto them. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with these. They're absolutely beautiful.
I think you are too, and well done to our winner in this show, winning a couple of Debbie's projects signed by the Fish herself, Liz Johnson. Well done, Liz. Please message us, ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we will get those signed cards sent out to you at the end of the show. Thank you. Carol says these are just lovely papers. I've got mine ordered. Great demos today, says Julie. And Teresa says I've ordered the card and envelope bundle during the birthday week, so the new papers will work for all the 8x8 cards. It's been a brilliant show. Thank you so much, Debbie, and more inspiration to come later.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, launch party tonight, so we'll be doing more of the paper pleating, the watercolours, lots more. It's going to be fun.
So much fun. In the meantime, make sure you check out these brand new pads, and Debbie and I will see you tonight live at 5. Bye.